Hello, Leo. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be a reading for this short period of time, November 24th through November 30th. This reading can be for you when you find it, and that means that you don't have to be a Leo to enjoy this reading. So, FYI, if it finds you, maybe it's for you. But Leo can be your sun sign, can be your moon sign, your rising slash ascendant, maybe a Venus or a Mars placement. Anywhere you have Leo prominently in your chart, this reading might fit for you. That is my intention and desire, is that it finds the Leo that it's meant to find, or whoever needs to find it, and it'll be a good message for you. Just a 3-card reading with 3 cards clarifying. I'm using main deck Marchetti Tarot. I'm using the clarifying deck, the Light Seers Tarot. And then I'm following up with a Priestess of Light Oracle card as a finishing touch. So tune into your intuition, Leo, and let's get started with a quick reading for you. First card I'm looking for you is the card that signifies what brings Leo joy. Leo, what brings you joy? Deep down inside, what brings you joy? You know, joy is, I think, non-replicatable. You can buy things that make you happy. You can't buy happiness, but you can buy things that make you happy. You can buy things that bring joy, but I don't think you can replicate joy. I don't think it can be fake or forced. So this is something I'm trying to pull out, that meaningful message for you. What brings Leo joy? The Two of Cups, love, connection, that deep soul bond with you and another. This beautiful image, 2 hands becoming one, 2 cups literally becoming one. It's the card of for the sign of Pisces, the 2 fish connected together. It is deep. All this water in the card, all of the emotions, the beautiful gaze of these loving eyes staring back at you. It is that deep soul bonded connection with another. It can sometimes mean a business partnership, and that's someone that you trust so much that you're willing to combine your money together. But it really, really speaks to that emotional connection that you feel with a great best friend or with a lover. So what brings a Leo joy? The 2 of Cups. Beautiful. Next card I'm looking for you is, what is something you could be aware of? What is something to be mindful of for you, Leo? What do we need to be mindful of? Leo, the Emperor, your boss. Be mindful of your boss. Be aware of your authority figures in this time frame. This is card number 4 in the major arcana. The Emperor really does get, it is the card of Aries, fiery, passionate. No offense to any Aries out there. It's your cousin sign, fiery sign. You're a fire sign, Leo. But this one is really authoritative. My way or the highway. Sometimes the Emperor reminds people of God, of, let's see, the Emperor is a daddy energy, CEO, your boss, anybody with leadership. It can just be the male energy in your home. And so them just really, like, maybe right now they are being very clear about, our house is run this way. At work, our office has these rules. This is the policy, and nobody's going to break the rules. Do you know what I mean? It's somebody that really is black or white. There's no in between. It is my way or the highway energy. It's very head cheese, head honcho, and so there's really not a lot of wiggle room with the Emperor. There's really not a lot of collaboration or let's just agree to disagree on something. Nope, that's not going to happen under the emperor. So this is showing up here for you to be mindful of. And let me just point out the severe contrast in energy from this beautiful, watery, peaceful, loving, passionate Two of Cups to this hardcore, hard nose, no squeaking through, getting between the lines with the emperor on site. It's very much the, in the Breakfast Club, when the kids were in detention, and I forget what the dude's name was, but don't mess with the bull, you'll get the horns. Definitely, that's emperor. Definitely emperor energy. So the emperor is here of something to be mindful of. So I'm curious, I would love to hear what comes to mind when you get this reading, if you have someone that this is applying to or not. But the next card out, what can you look forward to? What can Leo look forward to? We know what brings them joy. We know what they're being mindful of right now. And so what can they look forward to? We are in that time of the year where it is merry and cheery and holiday and lights and gifts and all kinds of stuff. So what can you look forward to? Wow, the Fool. Two major arcanas back to back, both representing Aries. So I would be interested to know if you are dealing with an Aries in your life right now, anywhere in your life right now. And let me just say, what you can look forward to is something new. The Fool shows up to say, Leo, let your hair down. Let's take a trip. Let's take a risk. Let's put all of our aces in the hole and go for it. Let's buy that house. Let's take that adventure that we've always wanted to take. Let's hike Mount Kilimanjaro. Let's go do that thing. And this is just really giving you the energy of, we're going to, aside from the risks that are present, we're going to go for it. We're going to strap up our boots, lace up our shoes, grab our backpacks. We're out. And it might be very spontaneous. It might be very full of risks. It might be so crazy to everybody else. And that's why this is given the label of the Fool. But what I want to tell you, this is given the card number 0. Zero's not even a number. It is the number before the numbers. And this is the energy of spirit before it goes into a physical body. So when we are the archetype of the Fool, we are filled with inspiration to go and do something that everyone else probably looks at like, what in the world? Did you hear about Sally? She sold everything and ran off with Farmer John. So it is just something that no one else may never understand, but you do, because it's your dream, your wish, your desire. But the Fool is here as what you can look forward to. So this is actually very much a yes energy, a yes card. If you have something you've been rolling around in your mind of, should I do something XYZ in the future? Yes. So please don't ever make any major life decisions based on a tarot reading, but I would definitely throw this reading in my journal and I would write about it, and I would consider that this showed up for you for some special reason. Let me grab my clarifying deck, the Light Seers, give it a shuffle, and we're going to clarify Two of Cups, Emperor, and the Fool. Why are these cards here for the sign of Leo? Why is the Two of Cups here for what brings them joy? What brings Leo joy about the Two of Cups? Six of Swords. Because you know that you can really sink your teeth into true love. You've sailed away from things that no longer served you mentally. You've been through a lot of mental strain, stress, and I'm going to say BS just to keep it PC. The Two of Cups has become almost like an island in the middle of the rocky ocean. So where you've decided you're going to sail away to smoother seas, you found yourself that island of, redemption, island of love and passion within a soulmate, a best friend, a business partner. So that is really cool. Now, why is the Emperor here as something to be mindful of? Because Judgment, another major arcana, also attributed to Scorpio and mostly Scorpio because of the Pluto element. But anyway, card number 20 in the major arcana, the Judgment showing up to clarify the Emperor. And the Judgment is a spiritual awakening. So you have realized that with this spiritual awakening, you need to be very mindful of authority figures in your life. Now, this Emperor very well could be you. So maybe let me re-spin this around in a different direction. Maybe the Emperor is here for you to be mindful of, and it's tied up with the spiritual awakening card, the Judgment, because you are a boss. You are a leader. Maybe it is time for you to begin to take charge, not only of your own life, but maybe to become the boss of an organization, to take that leadership role. Maybe this spiritual awakening has given you that leadership ability that you've really maybe never known that you had, but the Emperor is here of what you should be mindful of. So you can suss out the meaning for yourself. I'm giving you lots of options for interpretation, and that really seems to fit very well if that is your story. Interesting. So Judgment, clarifying the Emperor, definitely could be a highlight of Leo. Maybe it is time for you to be the cruise director of your own cruise. And last, what can you look forward to? Fool energy. Why is the Fool card here in that spot for Leo? Seven of Pentacles. Now is not exactly the time to go rushing off to your life adventure, but with patience, you can know the time is right to kick off your shoes, take that leap of faith, and go for it. However, a little bit of patience is required to begin with. Seven of Pentacles is about taking your time, grow that dream, give it some sunlight, give it some water, fertilize it, pray about it, sing to that thing. Make sure you're nurturing those beautiful things that you're interested in looking forward to in the future, because the Fool is all about they want you to. the angels, the universe, the spirit guides, the God, however you view that benevolent source in the heavens, shining down on you. Yes, you can look forward to going off and having your adventures, but right now, be patient. Let me grab the Priestess of Light Oracle cards for you. Do a quick read from the book because I don't want to mess up the intended meaning of the oracle card. And we've pulled out the setting boundaries. This is threshold, protection, honor. So let me set that there, and it is card number 30, and that breaks down to the number 3. The number 3 is about self-expression, creativity, and outcomes. Card number 30. The priestess of the threshold holds up her hands with palms outward, projecting a field of protective light before her. The strong and stately snow leopard, who lives a solitary life in the highest reaches of the mountains, looks over her shoulder, standing guard. This card brings you a message of both caution and encouragement. It's time to take an honest look at the boundaries you set. How do you view your importance in your own life? Are you sacrificing your priorities and self-care to prioritize the needs and wishes of others? Are you putting up with demands, dismissal, marginalization, or even disrespect from the people in your life? If so, it's time to put up your hands and say enough. You may have been allowing others to cross your personal threshold and invade your time, energy, or space, but this card is telling you that now you have the power to shift that pattern. Start to set clear limits today and make yourself a priority in your own life. Your soul deserves to be honored, and you must be the first person to make that choice. When you do, you will finally receive the respect and prioritization that you've been longing for all along. The affirmation, I choose to make myself my own priority. I have the power to set boundaries and honor myself always. So, Leo, thank you for being here. I would appreciate if you would like, subscribe, follow, share, repost, comment. Any interaction with my channel is always appreciated. I am blessed that you're here. Thank you. Be well. Namaste.